Hello everybody. There we go. Good morning everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. to NRP time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. Yesterday, very nice candle towards upside. We're gonna check that out. We're gonna look at it a little bit on the trend lines, stuff like that, what's going on. Ethereum is a little bit outperforming Bitcoin right now. It's up 0.5%, while Bitcoin is only down minus 1.4%. Nothing is dumping big time. Most of the altcoins are, in red, but there are some in green, but they're not down like, 10-20% like, a couple of days ago. And we gotta say it, guys. We gotta say it. My wife was right. This is some coin I actually checked out. Let's go over here. And let's go to coin cap. My wife was right, guys. My wife was right. She knows how to do this stuff. See right now, the 24 hours up here is in green. Everything is green. And if you remember a couple of days ago, we had live stream and he said like, my wife is like, anytime, this 24 hour stuff is minus 20% down, just buy. So she knows what's up. She knows what's up. How's everybody doing in chat? Michael V, yo, early. What's going on, man? Ralph is in the chat. How you doing, man? Good morning. Who bought the dip? I think, smart people bought the dip. But we're gonna see if, smart people become, stupid people. Deep stuff for buying. The green is Goblins in the chat. How you doing, man? John Brink, good morning. Yo, good morning. Shall we buy some Doritos for the dips? That's a good one. That's a good one. So, what is actually happening on the chart? Is Bitcoin looking good or not? We gotta know that. We gotta know that. I'm looking at a lot of charts. A lot, there has been nice pumps, but it's not over just yet, guys. Nice pumps, but not over just yet. Sumit Kumar, morning, bro. Morning, man. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's go over here, and you'll see that this line over here, the trend line. Let me remove a couple of moving averages from the chart. We are above that line, and this line over here goes something like this over here, and we were above that line, but right now we are no longer above that line. So I still want this line to be broken as well, because oftentimes when it comes to drawing the lines, at least from my experience, right now you're having this pivot point, this pivot point, this pivot point over here. So if you draw it like this over here, this line up here, it is very important, but oftentimes it's only the last two pivot points that are actually very important. So we are looking at the last two pivot points. Not only that, there are a couple of problems with the chart so far. Even though we had a nice pump towards upside, there are a couple of problems with the chart, so we're gonna talk about that. 150k by tomorrow is my guess. So there is definitely a couple of problems with the chart. It's not problems in the way that we are bearish, it's problems in a way that we are not where we should be considering the bullish trend. So first of all, this trend line over here, although it is broken, I don't think this is correct trend line. The trend line should go something like this up here, give or take, and maybe a little bit down here, over here, maybe a little bit over here. Regardless, I don't think it's broken just yet. So you can see up here, we try to break that, and right now we are not above that. Because this is a pivot point, this is a pivot point, this is a pivot point, and only the last two pivot points are important, and then you draw through the last two pivot points, and up here we are not yet above this. So that's the first thing that, we have not done. We had a nice pump up here yesterday. Now, there is a bullish engulfing candle over here, but if you look at the moving averages, we did not come above the 10 moving average, and I thought, I always think that 10 moving average is very important. So it was a bullish engulfing candle, as you can see up here, above the 10 moving average, and right now we are pulling a little bit back, but I think we might need a couple more days actually to get above this very significant level. So what am I actually looking at when it comes to that? First of all, this line over here, this trend line over here needs to get broken. This trend line over here needs to get broken towards the upside, and the reason for that, and also it has to get above the 69k levels up here, maybe on the daily time frame up here. It's 68, let's say 69 levels. So there are a couple of lines up here, major level resistance. So these two lines over here, those are important levels, because this resistance up here, it needs to get above that to go to 71 and 73k level. We are not yet above that, right? So it does look good. You can see up here we came to that resistance level, but we pulled back. We are still still below the trend line over here, which is actually not very good. So, you know, we are still waiting for that. Now, it was nice pump, but not yet quite there. Again, not yet quite there. Very, very soon. Another problem with the chart is that this is a high, this is a lower high, and this over here is a lower high. So we are still in a downtrending channel, regardless of the bullishness or bearishness, right? So we are still a downtrending channel. So we want this move up here to come above this high up here, because then we have a higher high, high and a higher high up here. We are actually changing the trend, right? We are actually changing the trend, and we can have something like this, and then, you know, move towards the upside, right? So we want to have a higher high up here on this move towards the upside. So this, you know, as you can see already right now, there are definitely, you know, the trend line, the resistance levels up here, higher high up here that needs to get broken. On the daily time frame, we need to get above the 10 moving average up here. That's right now also at the same level over here. So right now you can see that, you know, even though it was a nice pump, it was like 10% pump. It was very, very bullish. It could have been just, you know, dead cat bounce. I'm not saying that it is, but it could have been. I'm not bearish, actually. I'm not very bearish, but, you know, it is important to know that, you know, the charts are not actually giving us right now any kind of signal that this is it. Could we have another dump towards downside over here? Now we could have that and have this, you know, double bottom over here and then go towards upside. Definitely. Now what you're also gonna see that, you know, basing the analysis on this line up here instead of this line over here, we get what, you know, something like this over here. That's actually expanding musical instrument. Now, expanding musical instrument is very, very nice, but oftentimes these kind of things, so you had 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches. So oftentimes these moves up here go all the way back down to these levels over here. They don't go back down to the channel up here to some kind of 69, but they can go down very, very low over here before actually they go towards upside. Now, the fact, if they go somewhere up here in the midline up here towards these levels and bounce from these levels towards upside, this is extremely, extremely bullish. And I, you know, for guys that like the technical analysis and TA, you know, this is just how these patterns do play out. So you got some kind of, let me draw this in the upward channel. So you got some kind of expanding musical instrument. You will see, and this is of course bearish expanding musical instrument. Now you will see, you know, tap on the top side and pull back, tap on the top side, pull back. But at one point you won't get that tap on the top side up here, which actually is very, very bearish. You will get something like this, and then you pull back, roll all the way up here towards the upside and pull back. You won't get the tap on the top side, and that's actually already a very, very bad sign for this pattern up here. And oftentimes it goes towards the downside, right? When the bulls cannot longer push it all the way down to the top of the channel. But this expanding musical instrument right now, what we are having is actually a descending expanding musical instrument, right? We are going towards downside. So we had 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. So I'm still expecting this to move a little bit more towards downside up here. Fail to go all the way down to, you know, 57, 56k levels towards downside over here. Just go something like this up here, maybe to the maybe to 61 level again. Sorry about that. Oh, gotta drink a little bit of coffee. So I'm looking for this move up here, maybe to pull back a little bit more, but I'm expecting some kind of holding down here, some kind of support bounce, and then outside of this expanding musical instrument towards the upside, and then breaking these major levels. So number one, Bitcoin has not broken any kind of anything major just yet. Yes, we are above 20 moving average on the daily. There was a bullish engulfing candle, which is actually very, very nice, but unfortunately did not break anything just yet. So this can just as well just break towards upside, which would actually be very, very good. But you know, these kind of patterns oftentimes do pull back a little bit more before they actually break towards upside. I'm still very much bullish. It is very, very nice. We had kind of capitulation moves down here. A lot of people have been looking at these 58 levels, so you know, they did not buy the 60k level up here towards upside, which is also very, very bullish move. So right now that everybody got super bullish up here towards upside, we might pull a little bit, you know, towards downside, maybe even some kind of spring, get everybody in the, it's gonna go back down again, and then suddenly bam, right above everything towards the upside. Now this move up here, you know, this spring towards upside up here, something like that, if it does happen, that would be very, very stupidly bullish. Right now, we are just still holding and waiting. Altcoins are actually doing fine. Yesterday, altcoins, you know, literally everything pumped. Unfortunately, everything pumped just a little bit, right? It didn't pump a lot, regardless of which coin you look at. Everything pumped just, you know, just a small, tiny bit towards the upside, and a lot of this stuff is still not outside of a bigger trend towards downside. I mean, it was nice pump, but you know, not quite there just yet. So we are still watching Bitcoin and how Bitcoin is going to play out, and right now it does look like it might actually pull back a little bit more towards the downside up here. If you look at Ethereum up here, Ethereum is also outside of this, you know, a very, very steep channel towards downside, and that is good and nice. Unfortunately, let me check over here. I think Ethereum is actually outside of this as well. Well, technically not, because I mean, you could use this up here towards upside, something like this over here, and then maybe it's outside of, maybe it's not. How would you eat USDT? Maybe Ethereum is already outside. Let's go to a clean chart over here, and let's do it on 1 hourly time frame. Let's move this one up here, and because these two tops up here are important, so it should go something like this over here, right? And yeah, it looks broken. It kind of looks broken up here. This doesn't look broken. Maybe it's broken. Maybe it's not broken, give or take. You can try drawing the nicer lines, guys. I'll give you that. I'm a little bit unsure whether the lines should go over here or over here, because both of these, you know, both of these lines are actually quite nice. But this one looks broken. This other one doesn't look broken. On the daily time frame up here, you cannot actually draw it on daily time frame. It looks broken though, so maybe we're already above that on Ethereum. Maybe we're already above that on Ethereum, so we gotta check that out. Ethereum is right now up 0.5%, while Bitcoin is down a little bit. So there is that. But I do believe that, you know, if it goes down, it's gonna go down, finding some kind of very, very nice support. Dips are for buying, or right back up again. Bearish move is all the way down below 58 level. You remember when we talked about before, one less dump or one less pump? This often comes when we have some kind of significant level, like 58. A lot of people have been watching the 58 level. They were expecting this dump down to 58, but you know, you don't actually get down to that level that everybody expects. You kind of just bounce very, you know, very fast towards upside before you actually get that. This over here would be considered very, very bullish. Now, if you go towards downside, people might have again, you know, I'm gonna buy to 60k. I'm gonna buy down here. I'm no longer gonna wait down here. You know, it's gonna go pull back to this, you know, create double bottom and go towards upside. We don't even get down here. We just get something like, you know, 64k up here towards the over here, and then, you know, bounce again towards upside. That's very, very probable, right? So another one of these, you know, big quick move towards big or small quick moves towards downside before we actually go towards upside. So not quite bullish. I think we need to get above everything up here towards upside to become, you know, stupidly bullish again, but that's coming very, very soon, the way I see it. Bitcoin dominance up here. Let's go to the weekly time frame. What you're gonna see on the Bitcoin dominance up here, it is still just ranging up here in a sideways, a little bit motion. It's really hard to figure out, you know, whether this is gonna break towards upside or downside just yet. And you know, we're still waiting for the breakout. We're still waiting for breakout. This might have been also some kind of, you know, a rising triangle up here, ascending triangle. Ascending asymmetrical triangle, or ascending triangle towards upside up here. There is I'm right now seeing there is some kind of, you know, trend line over here that might actually help us, you know, see the moves a little bit, you know, sooner than it's supposed to be. So maybe it's something like this, because this over here lines go something like this, and then this line up here looks very nice. So we're gonna see if this actually, you know, manages to break towards downside and fall all the way down here. All the way down here, and then break even this even lower towards downside. So we're gonna see that. But regardless, it does look good. Bitcoin is not done, pretty much. You know, this 10% move towards upside was actually very, very nice. So let's go to the daily time frame up here. It was very, very nice. Unfortunately, again didn't break the stuff that we needed to break, so we need to wait a little bit longer than that. More a bearish 30k Bitcoin again, ready to buy, more dips coming. What's up, Gort? I hope you like the stream. We are bearish today. Good morning, XRP Legend. What's up? What? The moon. And the moons are coming, guys. The moons are coming up here. We got a new moon, as you can see up here. But the full moon is coming up here on the 25th. Where is 25th up here? On Monday. So, you know, we don't have a lot of time. This blue line over here, that's the moon. And you know what happens on the moon, guys. You know what happens on the moon, right? We go down here, consolidate, and bam! Right back up there again, right? So we are expecting the new moon coming in. We got a new date. We talked about it yesterday. The new date is at April the 8th. This is the new date, guys. This is the new date. April the 8th is the new date. So, you know, do remember that. Do remember that. Guys, that was just a quick update on what's happening. Altcoins are actually doing very nice. I mean, everything did pump a little bit, but, you know, it's still down at the bottom, you know, consolidating over here. You know, still about bottom consolidating. Just like last time, you know, at bottom consolidating before it actually goes up. Consolidating before it actually goes up, right? So, that said, hope everybody, you know, has a nice day. You know, there is that to be said about Bitcoin. I need to do, you know, our members videos right now after the stream. So if you want to check that out, members only videos, you know the link to click. Guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you around, guys. I'll see you around. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Where's my outro?